Ah, there we are. Hi, guys. Just going to do the usual setting up things. And then the computer freezes up. This is why I'm not doing StreamYards in the art room. Okay, computer, any day now. There, let's see if it goes now. Here we go. All right, and make sure I have sound. All right, and make sure I have sound. Yes. All right, edit video. And make sure I get everything in here. Save changes. Okay, that's on. And we are public. Awesome. Okay. Have that wolf staring at you guys. All right. Hi, Celestial Rogue. Hi, Deviant Lulu. And hi, Mudbrooker. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. But I just finally am getting a few days off in a row and I'm not sick or don't have my back wrenched out or something. I mean, the last couple months have just been crazy around here. Still working on transferring everything from the art room to the upstairs, and then we gotta try to get money together for a new mattress, and I mean and move the king size bed down here, and just just a pain in the butt. And the shirt today is for Deviant Lulu, actually. Keep calm and fuego. If you are into Harry Dresden at all, he'd use for his fire spells, it'd be fuego, and you know, he'd incinerate everything. Yeah, so I had to have my pentacle on. I'm not wearing any jewelry, so I don't have my pentacle rings on or anything, but I just thought I'd make you feel better. Also, Lulu, so you know, I sent him some messages and gave him my opinion on everything that happened. We'll see if he responds in a positive light or not. We'll see. You know, I'm one of the few people that he's been talking to, and he did apologize to me because the feud we had went on for a little while, and he opened up an apology to me. I'm kind of hoping, you know, I'm a Libra, got to try and mediate everything, you know, but it pissed me off. What he said pissed me off really bad. And not just on the medication part, but the religious aspect as well. Sorry, Dax is in the way here. He, of all people, should know that we're a whole box of kittens with glitter balls. I mean, there's just no way that any pagan is going to have the same views as another pagan, you know. Yeah, there's Dax. I don't know if you'd seen him yet or not, but yeah, he's my drabbit. And I kept tripping over his control cord. So the plan today is to just have an open chat, you know. Yeah, and that was threatening. That was really, really badly threatening. And I said that and to him. And I mentioned in my video that I did last night that revenge is. I mean, that was out of revenge. Criticizing people is criticizing people. It's not hate. It's not hate speech. If you're doing an open criticism of something that somebody said publicly, you have the right to, And what he said was out of revenge, and that's just not right. So, hoping I can heal things. If he's mad at me and doesn't want to talk to me again, then I guess that's what it is. I'm not going to open up, any conversations that he and I have had or anything like that. I don't think he has very many people left he can talk to. And I don't want to be one of the trolls to anybody. I'm tired of that kind of thing going on. But boy, he leaves himself open for it. Actually, he asks for it, I think. Yeah, it's sad, especially to see that while he's on the fringe of the pagan community, he's still part of the pagan community, and we have enough drama going on. I do have some very good friends that were on YouTube and actually left because of pagan community drama, and nice people too. But it gets just so incredibly ugly, and the world is hard enough without people being ugly at each other. I mean, we have enough stuff going on, and I'm hoping, maybe if he sees a kinder, gentler approach to things, maybe things will change. I don't know. I just only hope that things go for the best, whether he gets children back or not. However that goes, the gods will decide, and it'll be for the best. So that's my view on it. I'm an older witch too. I am gonna be 53 in October, so I'm almost his age. And yeah, I think so. I think that'd be a good idea. The protective knot is good too. One of the things he had done is I had made an Mudbrooker. I don't know. It's hard to figure out where the schism would happen, honestly, because there's so many solitaries out there now. It used to be that witchcraft, once it became kind of a public thing, was through the schools. It was Alexandrian, Gardnerian, Reconstructionist. The coven that I go to is Hellenistic, but not. They're Hellenistic Reconstructionists, so they're not engaged with all the feminism, the third wave feminism stuff that's going on. So it's really hard to tell. I mean, you look at Ocean Keltoy, he's Norse. I have talked to Vikings, so it's like, how do you determine where a schism would actually happen? I think it's just the ugliness of YouTube, unfortunately, and we get these all the time in the pagan community. And one of the things that James had wrong, too, is that there are atheist witches. Leiloken Skathik, he goes by Hellbound Heathen on YouTube. He's an atheist witch. He ran his own Wiccan coven for a while, stuff like that. That's why I'm a solitary. I saw that, Lulu. I was going to initiate into Alexandrian, and which is, where the coven's based off of, the Reconstruction is based off of the Alexandrian tradition. And I don't have the time for it. I am incredibly busy, and I know some pagans would say that they're mad, you know, that would anger the gods and stuff. Well, I have things to do, including taking care of the sick, taking care of my own family, having to bring the income in, most of it, you know. Now my husband's getting better, so it'll be equal terms again. But I've been having to take care of him too. And my art, my magic is in my art. Why do I have to do a big fancy spell book and work on all these rituals and memorize everything? I would have no time to create. And so every pagan has to find their place and find their niche and find out what they do to contribute. And outside of that, I'm part of a network of nurses and neighbors and stuff that we're all providing supplies to each other. We're all doing things for each other, swapping and communicating. You know, this person needs this person needs that. That's what it is about, is we're supposed to be able to take care of the community and those who can't speak for themselves and the weaker of those around us. That's our, in my opinion, other witches may disagree with me, but I think that's our place. And he's lost sight of that. And I don't want to lose sight of that. So I was the same way when I was a Christian too. It was like, okay, you want me to tithe to the church, or do I give to the community, and do I reach out and I do things for neighbors and family and those in need? Where is my time, money, and effort more important? And I don't think that Yahweh would have cared that I gave cash or if I had given of myself. You know, and I still have that view even inside the pagan general blanket here belief system. So I'm not a Druish princess. I'm too old to be a princess. I was once for the Saddle Club, and then I was a Saddle Club queen 2 years later. So I have been both princess and queen. Now I am the mother of dragons. Werewolves can't be kosher, no. Oh, you're doing Patreon for him? Really, Mudbrooker? See, that's why you're the coolest man, the most interesting man on the internet. I got my computer here. This is the one that freezes up, which is why I'm not doing StreamYards tonight, because just Darren and I, Doc Zayas, we're going to do StreamYards next weekend when I have the computer in the living room, and I'm going to move the tablet and everything. And I'm going to have 2 accounts set up, the one that's hosting the StreamYard and then the one on my tablet, so the tablet can be viewing my artwork. And we're going to have a full-on artists, everybody get together, chat, create whatever. I don't care if it's music. You know, if somebody wants to come in and play guitar for us or something like that. We're just going to have a good, fun time. Talk about whatever crap we feel like talking about. Even if it's what the latest drama is, but just to do, it's kind of the internet version of the old quilting bees, you know, that's kind of what I want to do. And if this becomes a successful thing, then I might turn around and get a subscription to StreamYard, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna laugh, Lucian. You'll laugh. Or you might be jealous. This is going to be, I think, the top of my staff. I have a staff made out of diamond willow. I have the base part of it, you know, and I was going to put a coyote skull on the top, but this elk antler is pretty incredible. I got to figure out how I would do it. I know there'd be buckskin involved, and I'd probably have to flatten all of this out right here so that I can get it glued and then wired in and then buckskin over top. I want to keep this detail exposed though, because look at that. Oh my God, why am I'm bad. I am really bad because this like kind of brings out the, you know, masculine and feminine bit. This kind of really brings out, because one of the gods that I do associate with is Cernunnos. And I've had visions and encounters with Cernunnos in vision quests. And Hecate is the other one that I've had a lot of stuff with. I also work with Anubis. I've worked with Hades and Ra, but it is mostly Hecate is like my main, but Cernunnos is very, very strong with me. I really, really respond to that. So yeah, this has got to get used somehow. Now, don't bang the wolf head. Okay. Let's see. No, I didn't, Mudbrooker. Oh, yeah, probably. I am the person that I am here. Most of my bones are actually put away upstairs in the new craft room, but I can show you guys two pieces really quick. Well, one, whoops, that just took the hook right off the wall. Yeah, so just the one, but yeah, this actually had been sitting around for a really long time, and I finally had painted it and glazed it, and yeah, I respond well to, I'm like Lupa Greenwolf, and her and I have exchanged boxes of bones and stuff before, and Celeste Kitty is getting, besides the new kitty, I saw that, Celeste, she's getting some goodies too, and then she's sending me some goodies, and yeah, but you know, I'm one of those that I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of dealing with the dead, and dealing with symbols like that. So, yeah. And this was done in acrylics and then glazed over. So, it is for sale. I don't know how I would ship it, but my price of Pagan Pride was $125 on this, and I'm willing to barter and make deals. It's pretty sturdy. It just has a wire on the back for hanging. The weaving is too high up right now. That's got a coyote skull attached that's painted, but that's way up on the wall. I'm not going to take that down. Oh, thank you, Lulu. I have my familiars, and one of them is actually skunk. Which is, you know, a family and some protection, but also a sense of humor is skunk. And then, of course, you know, spider is one of mine, and I'm terrified of spiders, which when I told one of the tribal elders from the Ojibwa, they were laughing, and they said, I'm afraid because it's fear of the unknown for me, but also, I had real life things happen to me involving spiders that made me more terrified of spiders. So, yeah. And then horse, wolf, and bat is another one. So, yeah. Oh, the honeybee's cool. 7-foot maple sapling with a vine wrapped around grown into it. Oh, wow. Oh, that sounds gorgeous. Tree frogs. Oh, so, Celestial, is that hairless then? Oh, I thought it was Celeste. I'm sorry. You were the one with the new kitten. Hi, Nebulana. Sorry, I'm trying to read through everything here. I thought Celeste was already in here. No. Well, her and I are doing an exchange, but... So what are you naming the new kitten? Oh, a crow. Yeah, I would love that. Don't peel the bark all the way off. Leave some of the bark on there just because that would really, really look cool. I'm hoping someday to find a staff like that. That would be just really incredible. Yeah, one of the animals I'd love to be able to have an actual bond with would be a raven. I love ravens. But they're not as far as a familiar to me. It's just I really like them. And then my spirit guide, actually one is one of my former cats, and another spirit guide is the silverback gorilla. I've had encounters with both. Trixie, that's gonna be cute. Oh, my first encounter with the spider, I used to live in this really, really old house. It was in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. It's all built up now, but used to have horses out there, and people would ride horses at the grocery store. And I mean, it was just, really, really rural farm country for a while. Not anymore. But the one night I was sleeping on the couch on the main floor instead of sleeping in my room, and I was about 7 years old. Had the chenille spread over me and everything. I woke up in the middle of the night with a spider sitting right on my mouth. That was the start. Things progressed over the years. If anybody were to know my mother, who has no fear of anything, she's got these great, she still has it, this huge, one of those huge flat brooms, okay? And she has another one that's like the straw broom. Both of them are taped to an extended broom handle with duct tape. And they're not wiggling at all. So she goes into the barn every fall or every early summer and takes those brooms and sweeps the rafters up to the ceiling in the barns. And the barn spiders are like that big on their bodies, and they drop down. They bounce off of her, they bounce off their shoulders, they splat on the floor. It is the grossest thing ever, and she wanted me to come in there and do that, and she forced me to come in there and do that, and I was just absolutely screaming, totally terrified. Later, my ex-husband, we were supposed to stay in his parents' second cabin on a lake, and I had to go in and do some of the cleaning of the woodwork and stuff. So I was fighting my fear and dealing with spiders the entire time. And I spent 4 hours in there scrubbing down that whole cabin so that we could move in with the little kids and everything. And at the end of it, my then husband comes in, and his mother's with him, and they want to see what job I did. And he says, "You got a spider on your shoulder." The windows were open. They heard my scream across the lake. The people from across the lake came over to see if everything was okay. His mother chewed him out like you would not believe. It was funny. Trickster Pixie, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, I try not to kill them. Sometimes it happens, but I try not to kill them. I'm to the point now where I can just skirt out of the way, but um, being in one house and the spider, I went to go and chart, I turned the page and the spider came rushing across the page at me and I screamed. Yeah, and the chart went flying. I had to pick up all the pieces because the thing sprung open and papers were everywhere. And then explaining that to the family why there was a mess of papers on the floor. Oh, yeah, those little jumping spiders. We got them here too. They're just not the colored ones, you know, like you see on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Hi, Mandy. Um, I have to bug your mom. I actually need to see if at some point next weekend you guys are going to be home. In part to just come out and visit during this COVID thing, but it's not a big group of people. And to get some more rocks for my yard. Oof. Oh yeah, Lucian, that's exactly it. That's what I do too. If an animal does have to die, I've had to kill a rabbit that a car skinned it, and that just made me feel horrible. Oh my god. Oh, Nebulana, that's horrible. Love you, Mandy. Okay, cool. I still haven't seen your new house yet either, Mandy. Yeah, if you don't pay attention and you don't pay attention to your instincts, that can really hurt you. Well, mine's a halfway mess. You know, I'm still in the middle of getting the rooms rearranged so we can have a furniture moving party and get the king size bed downstairs onto the main floor. So I may be recruiting you and your brothers. I don't know how we're gonna do this yet. Well, you take care, Lucian. Have a good time. Be safe. We had a pet garden spider, big black and yellow beastie in the milk house window. We'd catch flies for it and it got huge. Oh, oh. They saw me a couple years ago when I was painting at Pagan Pride at Minnehaha Falls. There was an orb spider, big yellow one that ended up on the outside of my tent, and I was getting ready to work on somebody, and I completely freaked out. Well, Mandy moved it, and then it came back and was on the tent again, and then I totally lost it. And these little kids and parents and everybody was around me and hugging me and telling me it was okay, and I was just completely, I mean, I went to another level. I think my PTSD kicked in. I mean, it was bad, but then parents were explaining to their kids, and kids were understanding too that, you know, as grown-ups get afraid of stuff too, you know. And so it worked out in the end, and I took photos of the spider, but Mandy got the spider gone for me, and it was, yeah, that was pretty terrifying. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're Mesoamerican. Yeah, I did. Mandy's been a really good support, and I don't, by the way, Mandy, I don't know what's happening right now. They're combining Paganicon and Pagan Pride in September in a hotel, and every year they've had Paganicon, they've already had a face painter, so it doesn't look like we're going to be doing anything this year. Um, if they are able to hold anything at all by then, because when we come out of this lockdown, who knows how people are going to act. You know, they might be stupid and then businesses are closed again. So, oh yeah, barn spiders. I think those are orb spiders too. Their bellies are just gigantic. Like, I can't. I just can't. I'm down to my last few cans of Diet Dew. I'm going to try quitting that one again. Succeeded for a while and then I didn't. All right, later, Lucian. Have a good night. I probably should get to what we're doing here. First off, I was going to show you guys some stuff that I am doing. Hi, Annie. It's a hard knock life for us. All right, love you, Mandy. Have a good night. Now, I wanted to just show some of the older pieces that I've done. First off, the one I'll be working on tonight, of course, is Lord Bear. He's going to get his color work in today. I was going to do Irate Alex himself, but Lord Bear is such a part of Irate Alex. You know, we have the Alpha and the Omega here. So, I really had to do him. And so I'm gonna show you guys, just let you see me working on doing color with Prismacolor pencils tonight. I'm not doing a watercolor layer on this one. And oh yeah, I still have Crystal Light with, you know, that's got the NutraSweet in it, so I'll be tapering off. That won't be too bad, and then I'm going to be just switching to tea for caffeine. So Lord Bear is tonight's project. Oh, I do acrylics too. I won't, Lucian. Thank you for reminding me. This one I had just found, and this was one of my characters from game Mabinogi. It's by Nexon. And I've been playing that on and off for years. And I have one character named Gilion. And one year they released the set of the vampire and Frankenstein. So I had him in the vampire outfit. And I decided to actually do him, you know, do my own character art of him. And I think I want to finish this one because I found it again. And I'm like, that actually does look pretty cool. So it's pretty creepy and I rather like him. So I'm gonna finish it. Like, why not? This one was a commission for somebody. I did it. And yeah, the color on Gilion, this was actually Crayola pencils up here. And I still have the Crayola, so I may stay with them just for the consistency in this piece, but then the background is just watercolor and I'm really happy with that. So, and it was a layer of ink underneath too, because I do some details in ink and this part here isn't inked yet, so I'll do a lot of fabric details in the ink and then I go over top of it with the pencils. Yeah, I think that might be Crayola. Yeah, I do mixed media. With some of my paintings, I'll do just acrylic or I go straight into oils. I like to use oils on leather and on wood, but I do acrylics on rocks and stuff too. Like this one. This is in... I layered the rock in resin, painted with acrylics, and then layered another resin over top of it. And I use art resin for that. So that's straight acrylic. This one here is mixed media. It's watercolor and acrylic and paper overlay after I cut it out, overlaid on top of lace. So yeah, this was a commission I never got paid for, but I kept it because I really like it. Hi, Doc Zayas. Telling everybody that we're planning on doing next weekend, so I'm just showing some of my art pieces right now. This is a coloring book page. I have to get this scanned in yet, and then, you know, intensify the black and white, and it'll be up on Amazon. So, yeah, when I go crazy with pen, I go crazy with pen. I'm doing a whole series of fantasy horses, but I'm going to have some other coloring pages in there too. I want to do dinosaurs are birds too. Oh, nice Celestial Road. I cannot do knitting or crochet. I can't. So this would be part of the dinosaurs are birds too. A coloring book. Again, just as crazy detailed. And this would be from the same book. Oh, my Brooker. Oh, it was so long ago. That had to have been like 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah, so I love this owl. He was just inspiration. The fact to turn him into a coloring page, I really love this owl. That's one of my favorites. Then I do My Little Pony stuff. This one is mixed media as well. There's watercolor, Prismacolor pencils, ink, India ink, and regular pencil. Yeah. I'm a My Little Pony fan. Yeah, so Zecora is one of my favorite characters because she's the one who does all the potions and she's very mystical and everything. I really like her. She's just really awesome. This one was done with the same set of materials. I'm a Doctor Who fan, and considering that this character is with Doctor Who's a lot, I had to do Derpy having a nap on the moon. Then, my other favorite character, Mr. Troublemaker. Now you know where Lord Bear got the slight flirtiness from. Yeah. Mr. Discord himself. I had fun with this one. Just getting him all flirty, and I'm somewhat innocent. And, of course, Fluttershy as Flutterbat. That one, I get the backgrounds to be kind of plain, and I do a lot of watercolor in the background and try to work on, you know, some interesting details in the front. I thought she was intriguing. This one of Luna, if I decide to put this up for sale, I may do it cheaper than the others because I'm just not super happy with the end result. And trying to figure out how I was going to do the moon in the background. I wasn't too thrilled with it. I actually may redo this one. Then I use watercolor pencils. I find I have a lot more control with the pencils than using regular watercolor. You might want to give those a shot. If I have an extra set, Doc Zayas, I might turn around and send them to you. I'm still reorganizing everything, so it might be a while. And I do work in pencil too. And some of them I've posted on my community tab. But there's Shani, complete with the painted hearts on her bosoms. And I tried to just kind of get happier Shani. And I sent the picture of that to Rev, and on receiving it, he blocked me. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. So it's still sitting there. I'm going to, if her mom contacts me again, I want to send it to her mother. So I think she said she'd like it too. So I'm like, okay. And there's Sylvester the talking kitty. he was all in pencil, just number 2 pencil, mechanical. So all the individual hairs were done with a mechanical pencil. And his owner killed himself. He's no longer around. And Sylvester's a Bombay cat, and they bond really, really hard to their person. So I imagine that cat, he's old, and he's probably not having an easy time of it. And then this one is Life of a Free Spirit, one of Shani's haters. Her name is Callie, and I had sent this to her too. She never shared it to anybody, but this was straight pencil too, off of one of her photos, and I just had a lot of fun with it. Shani was griping about this wig because it was a purple wig, and so I had to do it. So yeah, so those are the pencil pieces I've got and stuff like that. So I better get the Prismacolors out. I use Derwent watercolors if I'm doing a watercolor background. Otherwise, years ago, hubby got me this set for Mother's Day. It's traveled with me a lot of places, and it's had some abuse. Yeah, he killed himself, and so there isn't going to be any more Sylvester the Talking Kitty, which is too bad. But the guy was just in his 40s. Except, you know, Zayas, I would try to do a nicer thing of it. Although I think he'd lend himself very well to a cartoon character type style, like I'm doing with Lord Bear. Because between his odd little beard that he's got and that wizard cape, that would be actually pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm just getting all of these out because I'm not quite sure what I'm working with yet. And the box is a lot to deal with. There's 150 pencils in here. Just glad I'm not drawing tonight because I'm kind of shaking. Yeah, I have it, now that you said it, I have it in my head. And I actually could make him a pretty interesting character. But if he gets mad at me after the Skype messages I sent him today, he probably destroy it anyway, like he did that amulet I made for him. Yeah, I saw that. That picture was disturbing, Doxaeus. Oh my God. Elvis Travels. Okay, the joke around my house now. Hubby was up and witnessed this. I was in an Elvis Travels hangout in live chat, and he started hitting on me in front of a lot of people. And I'm like, no, I'm married. And he's like, well, you know, you can always use another man and all this. And he's just going on and on. I'm like, nope, that's it. I'm out of here. So the joke is now that I'm out of here faster than Christina Blackfeather leaving an Elvis Travels live chat. He kept on for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I'm so gone. I never went back. Like, oh God. I have a better time in Emo Howling Wolves chat, but then I don't get into anything. If I'm really busy and cleaning or something, I'll put his on because it's just background noise. But boy, some of the nutters there too. But Elvis Travels has got to be like one of the worst. It's just gross. Yeah, leaving that faster than Christina Blackfeather leaving a Fat Elvis Travels live chat. So we're gonna switch the camera. We'll see what kind of view I get here. Sorry for the camera quakes. There we go. I'll make sure I got all my light on. The light is somewhat changing in the room. because it is getting to be dark. There, that should be good. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing you did, Doc Zayas, though, and to put up a video of pieces I have for sale and just let people contact me if they want to buy something, because Etsy's really super duper slow right now. It's pretty bad. Okay, I gotta get the Lord Bear picture up, not on my phone. Let's do it on the computer. So Facebook. That's what I forgot. I forgot to share this to Irate Alex's Discord. I probably should do that too. Let's see. Somebody got me a good screenshot of Lord Bear, so at least I have somewhat of an idea where to go with it. Oh, and I got you on Discord, Lulu. I have such a hard time answering Discord sometimes. I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, under Grampy's do live right now. Okay. And that's Aromatic Beast. Dragoon Syndicate. I had to slow down for a minute anyway. I'm having a somewhat of a dizzy spell right here. I want to make sure I get it in the right section. What one am I? Oh, live stream text. Okay. Well, let's put it there then. There. And over to the broken toys. He took out a lot of stuff on his Discord. Huh. Can't share anymore. Well, darn. Okay, well, I'll just have to send it to him later then. All right. Oh, kitten's meowing at the door. Oh, yeah, I did too. Dragons and horses, believe it or not. Hopefully they don't delete it off of Cringing in Unison. Okay. Oh, and there goes my computer. Good grief, this thing's putsy. It freezes up. This computer's so good. Well, it's old. It's had its share of abuse. Okay. Oh, I can't just randomly post something in their group. All right. All right. That's okay. Get back out of Facebook there. No, actually, I needed to go there because that's where the picture was. Oh, good grief. This is how disorganized I am. And the computer's slow again. I can't win. I cannot win. All right, where was my post that somebody put the... Here. I just want to get his colors right. Save images. There. Got it. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, cute. I've seen pictures of it, but I've actually never seen the sculpture itself. I've seen a bronze, the bronze Triceratops head sticking out of the bushes at the museum in New York. Okay, so that eye is red. We're going to start with that eye. And I try to go with the lightest colors first because it's really hard to blend with the Prismacolors to go from, to put light over top, because then it blends everything together. And right now I need to have the differences in the shading come through. But I don't want it to be pink either, so I've got to find a good red. And to make a good red, I'm also going to have to use a bit of orange. Prismacolors, you don't want to use an electric pencil sharpener. So there's my pencil sharpener, one of those cheap ones. I had gotten one put out by the company that makes Prismacolors, and the pencil sharpener just doesn't work very well. These pencils, unfortunately, do crumble easily in a pencil sharpener. And the other thing is you're supposed to turn the sharpener, not the pencil. A lot of people complain about Prismacolors, but I really like them. They're a really decent mid-range pencil to work with. The other trick that I do is I go thin layers and then just keep layering over top. So like some of the Fluttershy portrait that I did and stuff, some of the layers are like up to 8 different layers of color in there. Yeah, these are just regular colored pencils by Prismacolor. I have some oil pastel pencils that I use for wood burning projects. And I have oil pastels that are really, really old. You've got me actually interested in going back into doing some oil pastel work. I might have to. I have a set of 50, I think. And I use my chalk pastels for doing work on dolls for blushing and stuff like that. But I'm going to be seeing if I have a second set of chalk pastels. I might send you those too, because I know you're like me. The sidewalk chalk, I tend to burn through the black like crazy. Oh, I love those pencil sharpeners. They're awesome. I want one really bad. I missed out getting my art teacher's one because somebody had come in right before I did and bought it. I was so disappointed when she was selling all of her stuff. And she moved to California, so she has her art business down in California. So her name is Lori Swedberg. She's the woman I had for 8 years as my art instructor through middle school and high school, because she changed schools, switched from teaching at the middle school to the high school at the same time that I went from one school to the other. So I had her for 8 years. Had a lot of fights between her and my mom to keep me in art class because my mom thought it was a waste of time. And my mother's an artist, but she quit painting altogether. She thought it was a waste of time and she didn't want me doing it. Well, she apologized later though and said that I've surpassed her, which I never feel like I have. My mom's got some pieces she's done over the years between wood burning and everything else that are just mind-blowing as a cowboy artist. You can see I'm starting to get the shading in there for his eye, for the mechanical. I didn't feel like I have the hand strength to deal with the needle felting tonight. I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm going to try to be out to my friends probably Friday or Saturday. I want to do the live stream with you, Doc Zeos, on Sunday, if you're off. And then, but I'm going to try to get a needle felting stream sometime next weekend done so we can work some more on that dragon and start making the egg that's going to be under her paw. Oh, thank you, Mudbrooker. I would love one as long as it sharpens good. That's my only requirement. I want one that sharpens really good because that I can use on the Prismacolors and pretty much anything else. Yeah, once I get a darker color down, I can't go back to a lighter color over top. So I have to really pay attention to where my lights and darks are going to be placed. And I use a light touch and just keep going over and over and over again. When I do pictures with a night sky in, it's really hard because, like I said, I'll do like 8 layers and it starts getting really waxy and thick as I keep going. And then I take the blender over top of that, which is just a clear pencil. It's just wax. And that'll blend everything together. But boy, then doing a night sky, and then I have to take acrylics and do stars in the background and stuff like that and make everything just jump out. That's what I enjoy doing. I love this process. And I started doing this with Crayola colored pencils. And I love it. And I've kept the Crayolas because they have a different color. Their colors pop in a different way. They're not as bright. So if I want more of a rustic type look, I still use those. I actually use a size double-aught brush. And I just, you know, go like this. And it does the same thing. Although I have different sized daughters. Sometimes I use Q-tips. You know, it all depends. These are for clay too, but they work well as daughters for like doing mandala paintings and stuff. Not mandala paintings. I have some paint pens too that I want to start working with to do on fabric. Because I want to make a curtain for the back of my face painting tent if face painting ever is a thing again after all this. But I want to do 2 nights jousting on the back of my tent. And I'd love to be able to do that with the embroidery pens. I think that'd be just awesome. Because then I don't have to make it canvas. Because it's got to be something that I can roll up. And my mom still has curtains she did of horses, that these curtains hung in the horse trailer in the dressing room in the horse trailer. And they were my favorite things from childhood, and I'm so disappointed because she tossed the curtains. Just sad. But yeah, just the memory of how they look and everything. I really enjoy that result. There were these yellow, formerly ugly, rough cotton curtains, and she just went and made something really cool with them. I think she had painted Poco Bueno, one of the foundation quarter horses, on them. All right. My next person I'm going to do is going to be Hexian, who is one of the doll crafters. He remakes Barbie and stuff and does a lot of LGBT dolls. But his own look, his makeup and everything is just awesome, and I think it'd be so much fun to do him. So he's next. And then there's one more I want to do after that. That's another, that's a transgender, Claudine, and I can't remember her last name, but she reviews Monster High dolls and stuff. And again, makeup spot on. The doll she uses in her video for stop motion to do the critiques with and everything is just gorgeous. And I kind of want to do that one too. And then I think after that, I'm going to open up on Fiverr that I can do portraits of YouTubers for, you know, somebody's channel. I finished my first Fiverr job. I had to go build I built a nice fantasy tower on somebody's Minecraft survival world, which once they said survival, I was kind of a little hesitant. I got a good review though. But then it was hard survival, so I died 3 times. And I had to get my own supplies. It's like, are you serious? So I edited my Fiverr today and said if it's in survival, it's $5 more because I have to go get everything. It took me a day and a half for $5. It's like, yeah, I think no, not doing that one again. I had fun. It was a great project, but... And I'm slowly going to figure out the details of having to do large builds for people. And those are going to be a lot more expensive. And, you know, if they want a mirrored floor, they're going to have to really pay me because that was a pain. Oh my God. I can't figure him out. He is really creative, but he's so, I just don't understand him. I don't know what it is. He's just, there's something so different and so bizarre about that guy. And I know they said on, somebody had said in the chat on the Geek Room that he's kind of like he looks kind of like a pug. And I'm like, yeah, he kind of does. But then he's got the submissive collar on all the time. Somebody asked why he has the dog collar on all the time. And I looked at it and it's got the big metal D-ring and everything on there. And I'm like, he's wearing that because some dom put that on him. That guy's a submissive. He acts like a submissive without a master right now. So yeah, it's just, he is so different. Honestly though, if I did one of Helton, I would actually give it to him to be able to use. But it would stay also in my repertoire of ones that I've done. Callie never got back to me about getting her drawing, but I'm pretty sure Lord Bear would probably want, Irate Alex would probably want his. Grampy got his. I still am so in love with Grampy Lobsters. That was like one of the best pieces. Yeah, but he can still be submissive to a woman. There are female doms. I should probably do yours too. To do Doc Zaius from Planet of the Apes. Oh my God, that would be so cool. Yeah, this is the dark gray that I'm using now. I just get my repertoire of YouTubers up, and then advertise after that. But yeah, Alex will be getting this one if he wants me to send it to him, because I'm really enjoying this one. I wanted Lord Bear to be completely flirty and adorable. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little darker brown. Yeah, the dark umber will work. Grampy's logo was so inspired though. I started looking at lobster cartoons and I'm like, oh my God. And then I looked up the hat that Lemmy would wear on stage and it just kept going from there. I'm just so happy with that one. I'll never tire of that one. I think that's one of my best pieces, in part because it just makes me smile so much. We were going to barbecue today. It never stopped raining. It's still raining outside. probably have to barbecue before work tomorrow. Now the black. Here we go. Now I'm pressing a little bit harder because I have to work through multiple layers of the color and try to blend it together. That looks pretty cool. I like that. I'm not even blending that. Oh, I want to play with my smoker that I got too. Okay, so that's black behind there. Let's go with that gray first. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm just switching back and forth here to take a look at the details. Metal is one of those things that I find is the hardest. Now, he doesn't have the rivets here, but I thought I would add them because I thought that was kind of neat. Make him look like he's a little bit more haphazardly put together. See some of my eraser marks smeared. Oh well. Hat's gonna be black anyway. Okay, that's not. I have one of these grays that has 2 or 3 colors in it. Oh dear. Blom gets a real sing-song to her meowing. There we go. It's already blending some of the eraser marks out. That's good. I want to make this too that he can use this on camera, you know, as a, if it gets changed to a JPEG or something, that he can use it. Lord Bear's kind of like one of my favorite characters. He's so disturbing. Yeah, I run into that sometimes. Yeah, Doxaeus, you shouldn't. Cats like to find things to get into them, though. Mine were playing, they found the rack that my razor for the bathtub was sitting in. So all of a sudden they're batting my razor around the bathtub. Somehow popped the cover off of it and so to protect the blade. So they're playing with it without a blade. It's like cats. Cats. Yeah, you can see the colors starting to come in here now. Make sure I'm still on camera. Yep. I had a peanut butter sandwich and a banana before I got started, but I'm starting to feel pretty messed up. Just a second. I'm also diabetic, so it doesn't help. Hi, Blue. Paranoia's doing a lot with one of the science channels on Twitch. He's pretty involved with that. He hasn't been streaming too much. But he does everything on Twitch now and just uploads to YouTube from his Twitch streams. Yeah, my black one's a clumsy cat too. Oh my god. He's such a goon. Wraith is just a goon. Oh, and by the way, the girls, Ishchel and Balam, are a year old today. Our little feral kittens. And it's so funny as how many people were saying, oh, they're feral. They're going to be just absolutely violent and wild and mean. No, they're not. I brushed my teeth with Chell sitting on my shoulder. I mean, it's just... She's taken after Wraith now, thinking that she has to climb on me while I'm on the toilet. Because that's where he wants to be. You know, Mommy's not going anywhere, so he's going to make sure I'm not going anywhere. Like, really, Wraith? But yeah, a year ago. Little cute fluff balls. Chell is fluffing out weird. Balam is just fluffing out. They're part Maine Coon, so Balam managed to get the size in. She's really solid, but now Chell is starting to get more solid, so I don't know what's happening. Chell's the runt. So the girls are now teenagers, and then there's Wraith. He thinks he's a teenager. I think I'm gonna layer a little bit of blue into this too, just so it's not so flat on the grays. Oh, Samwise and Rosie. I'm gonna go with this pale blue in here. Let's get a little bit more depth. Before I start working on the shading. And Lulu, if you're still around, Blue, you gotta go to Deviant Lulu's channel and watch Ebony and Ivory. That makes me so incredibly happy every time I see it. It is just hilarious. But in the Mother's Day hangout at G-Man's when I was in there, I told James that even the clip of him eating the ravioli out of the microwavable cup, and somebody had overlaid a Fancy Feast cat food commercial over it. That makes, I saved that clip because I told James that makes me happy every time I watch it. It is so funny. And the Ebony and Ivory that Lulu did is just as funny. It had G-Man busting a gut. It was just pure hilarity. And they really do need to make a sitcom out of it. I'm starting to throw in the shading now. Oh, I like Creationist Cat too. It was funny. Grampy said he got it from somebody else. The Fancy Feast part. I used to joke when G-Man's cat was pregnant, when he had Betty, I used to joke that she had an affair with Creationist Cat, that the two of them had been together in sin, and that's why Betty is pregnant. Of course, I know he's got one of her sons now, and then I don't know what the other cat is. But he's got a male that looks like Betty. See, but you know, Creationist Cat is a handsome cat. He's a handsome, well-maintained boy. So I could see why Betty had a thing for him. And G-Man let Creationist Cat into his house. You know, those two, when G-Man wasn't looking. I'm so bad. And my husband is in the other room singing on the phone to Mom, going, one singular sensation. He used to do theater, so not just high school theater, he did theater. He's got pretty amazing voice. Okay. I gotta make sure that I start working on getting the metal look in here. So now off of the blues. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is Creationist Cat and G-Man's cat Betty got together. Oh, I could do a handsome volleyball. Actually, the large size one like this would be going for about 45. Straight pencil, I'd be doing 25. If this is a little smaller, I could go 35. But this one I'm just doing because I want to get some reputation pieces out there, and I felt really inspired to do Lord Bear. I also barter for stuff too. Or cool things off my Amazon wish list, or, you know, whatever. I'm pretty flexible. Grampy, I did his as a gift. Because we know Grampy isn't always in the best financial stuff either. So I'm like, no, you're not paying me for this. I had so much fun with that one. And I've gotten used to painting some volleyballs after face painting, so I should be able to do a pretty good job on it. I'm not the biggest fan of doing metal. We'll see if I can pull this off. Metal's hard. I do better with shading on fur, which there's lots of fur here. I do on Etsy, actually. What kind of signs does your mom do? Sorry, concentrating. I love Lord Bear's eye. I'm really liking that. Yeah, I'm getting to where I'm building where it's going to have some reflective on it. Oh, you're kidding. Yeah, I've never done that. I've actually used a regular wood burning gun, but I've never done the magnifying glass thing. That's really cool. Oh, by the way, you know, I kind of really goofed up today. I forgot to mention the most important part of any hangout in my art room. Let's turn Lord Bear the right way. Let's throw the pencil on the floor. It is never a Christina Blackfeather art room without mentioning Bob Ross positive energy drink. When you need positive energy in your life, always use Bob Ross. There. Never mind, I can't find it anymore. So I saved the can. I actually need to do like a clip of that and then have it at the beginning of my live streams. Yes, no mistakes, happy accidents. Oh, this is a 2 caffeine night here. Trying to get... The hard part is having a couple days off and then I'm back on night shift again, you know, 3 12-hour night shifts in a row. So it's like, this is like my in-between sleeping day. I'm trying to figure out what my body's doing. So there's more caffeine. All right. Oh, Balam's outside the room going meow. Brr. She's got this really light, high-pitched that almost ends up a whine when she really gets to yowling. And then her sister goes around the house just meowing at the top of her lungs. The two, their voices are so different. We're hoping Wraith does it again and we can film it because he's been doing the... He actually went and did the hello thing, and his voice is starting to get deeper. Bomb bass can get pretty deep. So I'm hoping if he does the hello thing again that we can film it, because that'd be just really awesome. I'm still using the same gray, but I'm starting to layer a little bit more. If I don't have this one, you see how long it's taken me to do one section. There's no way this is getting done tonight. But I'm hoping to be able to do next weekend when we do the StreamYard one with Doc Zayas and whoever else decides to join in. Then I'm going to do some more on this one. Either that or I'm going to start... I want to make some scale mail masks just for fun for the Renaissance Festival if they have one this year. And so I may start working on those and do scale mail right on camera. Mac Daddy Lord Bear. That's what somebody commented that. You look like Mac Daddy Lord Bear. He's starting to look that way. My flirty Lord Bear. Oh, that means I should do my own character, the one that Shani thought I was making fun of her when the character's been around for years. Flashy, flashy, boom, boom. And Christina's doing a portrait of my favorite flirty Lord Bear. And that is why people have asked if I've done adult phone lines. Oh, pardon me, but have you seen the traffic report? There's been a boom, boom on I-94. Best part is I can do a chest bounce with that, too. And because of my background in belly dancing, it's all controlled by my abdomen, and I don't have to wiggle the rest of me to bounce my chest up and down. That was disturbing. You're welcome. I've left imagery for everybody. A little more shading there because he's got more fluff around his... Bears usually don't, but Lord Bear does. Because he's just that kind of bear. And a little bit more there, because the brim of the hat is coming down. And Wilson, I'll be posting a video of stuff for sale and my pricing and stuff. Any straight pencil work, I have Prismacolor fixative that goes over top. So all the pencil pieces that I showed tonight are already sprayed with fixative. But if anybody ever needs something in just black and, black and white pencil, it would be sprayed down, so when it got sent to them, it wouldn't be a big deal. And like I said, that's for the original pieces, too. That's not just for a scanned copy of it. You get the scanned copy and the original. That's for any of them that I do. It's just you can see why these are a bit more expensive, because look at how long this is taking for just one section. Okay. Let's see, what do I want to do next here? I think I'm going to go with that one. I'm really liking this. I guess that's the important part. I gotta be able to enjoy my own pieces. I've had a lot of them hit the garbage can. I was going through trying to find some documents, and I found some of my old writing from high school. Oh my God. It was hideous. Oh, I didn't even want to look at it. I was a crappy writer. I don't know how I got published at 12 because I wrote like crap, and the storylines were just this dramatic Twilight shit. Pardon my language, but it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, I wrote this? What the heck was wrong with me? Oh yeah, I was a teenager. Because I didn't do journaling. I did story writing because then my parents wouldn't pay attention to it. Where if, you're doing a diary, then there's always, well, at some point, somebody's going to read a diary, But at least if I was doing story writing, it wasn't as bad. Of course, the things I put my character through were a lot of the things I was going through. So in some ways it was journaling, but oh my God, it was horrible. I'm more a storyteller than I am a writer. Okay. All right. Let's head over to the cool gray. Yeah, I was just checking the live button there. Chat got quiet. Because I know the geek room is going to be probably starting, yeah, pretty soon. Far Cry different than watching me color. I'd love to at some point be able to take some kids' coloring books and corrupt them badly too. On camera, that would be funny. Some really good artists that do that though. I'm not their caliber. Don't want to overdo this right here, but I want that line in like it is metal. Oh, we've got our lilacs are just huge out there right now. Oh, it smells so incredible. I want to get, next year I'm hoping to be able to find a jasmine tree somewhere. Absolutely love jasmine, but our lilacs are going crazy. Of course, not the new ones I just put in. I rescued saplings off of a mistreated lilac tree, and it looks like the saplings I rescued off of our purple variegated lilac They're doing really well. So, but all of them are coming in, and the ones I had gotten from the mistreated tree, I don't even know what color the tree is. No idea. So those will be a surprise when they finally start blooming, which will probably be next year. And then the one that I think might be a Brayburn apple tree, that one's blooming. And one of our urban apples, those trees, that one is blooming. So we have two that are blooming next year, not this year. But I'm hoping that the Brayburn and the other one will cross-pollinate so we get apples. And maybe I'll get to actually eat an apple this year. Not have the squirrels or neighbor kids take them. Love to be able to taste one of our apples. Next week, I am taking pavers and kind of cutting off where the raspberries can grow. And I'm hoping this year I'll find another blueberry bush so I could put another one in. I have 3 bushes right now. Yeah. And they're all starting to bud up to flower. Oh, honeysuckles. Oh, man. Yeah, we're too far north for those. It's like one of my other favorite plants is wisteria, but it's so hard to grow up here. It's really touchy. I'd love to have a wisteria vine going up the side of the house, but again, I'm lucky my landlord's like, yeah, do whatever you want. Okay. I want that to look like it's almost popping off of there. Oh, I like that. That's coming out cool. Yay. Oh, that's looking really spectacular. I want a hard shadow right there for that. There we go. All right, so the next thing, I'm gonna get to working on that monocle. I don't want to play around with this too much more, although because the eye's glowing, I should have a little bit of red reflection in the metal. I don't want to go too much. Yeah, that freeze was really crazy. We had, we had a good freeze here too. I had bed sheets and sewing fabrics all over my yard laying down. It looked like a mess. The monocle's here, so we're gonna have a little bit just red coming into some of these areas. Hard part is I have an extra light source here too. So it's trying to figure out where the shadows are going to fall. I probably should have done them from this way, but then they were coming from an extra direction up here too. So, yay, multiple light sources. Yeah, I like that. Just a little hint of color there. All right. So, hard to tell what color his monocle is. But the monocle itself looks like it's metal, and that's got shading from the light on it too. Let me take a look at something here. Images. That one's just plain black. I don't want to do just a silver one, but I don't want to do a black one either. Oops. Okay. Well, because of the glow, I'm going to have some of the red in there too. I'm going to give him a gold monocle. All right, you have a good night, Doc Zayas. Thank you for popping in. And we'll get things going next week then. So I'll have my good computer available. I want to do this thing. It's going to be fun. Forgot where I was putting that. Oh, right there. Okay. Oops, sorry, bumped it with my head. And bumped it again. That's that hard German head. Okay, and let's go with that darker one. Ah. Oh, senior discounts. Woohoo! Didn't know I was there yet. All right, now let's go with the red. Want to get that glow in here in some spots. It's actually kind of hard to do. Then I'm gonna go with a brown. Then a darker brown. There we go. That's coming out the way I want it. Then the black. Throw a little more depth in here. All right, and this generally, I'm gonna do some black and brown right there. And this monocle cord is black. But I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm only going to do right here for now because I want to get the underneath layers first and then do the monocle cord over top of that. Oh. We haven't gotten any yet. I saw one mosquito a couple days ago, but it's been raining for a couple days now, so I'm sure we're gonna really get hit soon. Like, really soon, because everything's sopping wet. I'm gonna make his monocle cord, I think. I'm gonna do a reddish brown. No, because that's gonna blend into his fur. Color is this one? Indigo blue. I'll go with that. Just give it a little different tone. There. Okay. So let's see, what time is it? 8:15. I think I'm going to call it tonight because I still have to try and see if I can get outside and get anything barbecued before it gets dark. We don't have a backyard light. If not, I still got to do work in the kitchen anyway. So, yeah, there should be a couple more streams this week, and then the massive art stream probably on Sunday with everybody. So, thank you guys for popping in, but I should get myself going. So you all have a great night. Blessed be everyone, and talk to you later. How do I stop this crazy thing?